Hi everyone, today I want to talk to you about deciding your own fate. And what I mean by that is, life is about choices, right? Every choice that you make in life, there's consequences. They're either good or they're bad. There's good things that can happen, bad things that can happen. But life is about choices. Every day when you wake up in the morning, do you think to yourself, hey, I got to get up, brush my teeth, shave, clean up, put some underarm stuff on, head to the office? Do you do that, or you just say, you know what, I'm not going to shower, I'm not going to shave, I'm not going to put deodorant on, I'm not going to brush my teeth, and I'm just going to go to the office? Okay, there's consequences either way, no matter what. So right down to the little things like that. But I want to talk about bigger things today. Bigger things that make a big difference in your life. So when I was young and early on, I made a lot of bad choices. So I did a lot of things that were bad, and I ended up going to jail several times, and just lived in bars and was fist fighting all the time, and it was just ridiculous. It was a ridiculous way of life, okay? But it's because I was making those bad choices. I chose the friends I hung out with. They were a bad influence on me, and I'm not going to blame them. I made my own choices. It was 100% me. I'm the guy that chose to do all those things that I shouldn't have been doing, right? So bad choices yield bad results. I want you to remember that. Now, the opposite is true for good choices. When you make good choices in life, say just a simple thing like brushing your teeth every day. You're brushing your teeth, you're flossing, you're going to save yourself a lot of pain down the line. You decide you don't want to do that, you don't want to floss, you don't want to brush, and before you know it, you're going to the dentist and he's jamming needles in your face, and there's a lot of pain that's involved with that, and pulling teeth and drilling, and it's ugly, right? But again, it comes down to your choices. So for the most part, what I have found is people, it's fear of the unknown. So when it comes to making choices, like for example, at one time I wanted to become an attorney. When I was younger, I went to school to be a policeman. I thought I could maybe be an attorney. I realized at some point, A, I didn't have the money to go to college for that, and B, I wasn't sure if I was smart enough for that. So when I look back now, I'm like, I didn't have to be an attorney. I would have loved to have been an attorney because I could have fought I always felt like fighting for the people that needed it and needed the help, they were being railroaded by the local government, that kind of crap, But that's what I really truly wanted to do, and I felt I would have been a good attorney by doing that. But the choices I made in my life thrust me in another direction, and I wasn't able to follow up on that, okay? But again, it comes back to me and the choices I made in life, and so the same for you. So you don't know what you don't know. And here's what I mean by that. I heard the term many, many times, but really didn't put it into context. I didn't know how to become an attorney. I didn't know that I could have maybe got some grants to help pay for my schooling. Maybe I could have worked jobs on the side to help me along in that career that I wanted to go into. But again, some of the choices that I made. I married my wife when we were very young. She was 16, I was 18, and we were high school sweethearts. I married her right out of high school. My whole life changed. My dreams kind of fell to the side too, the things that I felt were important back then. Now, I look back on it like I've gotten everything I wanted and more, 10 times more. So I'm very happy with my life and the way things turned out. But it's because I made changes along the path all the time. I was constantly changing. When something went wrong, like I was a loss control manager for Kmart for 13 years. They called me in the day after Christmas one year and fired every loss control manager in the company. And I was devastated by that because I had never been fired from a job in my life. So it really bothered me. But this was a decision that was taken out of my hands. I did everything right. I thought I had a career with them, and I was going to be a district manager soon, and so on and so forth. But when that happened to me, I realized never again was I going to let corporate America or anyone else dictate my fate. What's going to happen in my life? I'm going to create my own fate. I'm going to do it by making right choices as much as I possibly can. Am I going to fail along the way? Of course I'm going to fail along the way. There's things I do today. I'll try 10 different things. I might fail at 7 of those things, but 3 of them are successes, and I'm happy with that. At the end of the day, you want to do things that are going to make you happy, but you also have responsibilities like your family, your kids, grandbabies, your pets, animals, your parents, things like that. You have things you have to take care of in your life, or you should be taking care of in your life. All right. Before I get off on that too much, Warren Buffett said something that I like to use this a lot. I may not nail it just right, but he said something about if you were born into poverty in this country, I feel sorry for you. But 20 years later, if you're still in poverty, shame on you, because you are in the richest country in the world and you can't make a living for yourself. You can't do well for yourself. Choices abound, freedoms abound. You can't do it. Shame on you. And that's always stuck with me. And I've had to learn so many lessons along the way, and you will too, but you've got to apply yourself, okay? Thrust yourself into the learning circle. Pick an interest. Pick something you don't know. I didn't know anything about the mosquito police thing, and I had to get involved in it. Luckily I had a friend that knew something about it, that he could help me along the way. And the rest was all studying. My wife and I studied everything we could get our hands on. Whether it was literature we were trying to read, whether it was YouTube videos we were watching, we had to learn everything that we could. And then there's marketing that you have to learn, all kinds of office procedures. I mean, there's a ton to go with anything, right? Anything worth having, you need to work for it. Right? I highly encourage all of you guys to thrust yourself into something. Find yourself in whatever you want to immerse yourself in. If you want to open up a dog grooming parlor, if you want to do lawn care, if you want to do landscaping, I urge you to get in there, learn, study, learn everything you can so that you can be successful at what you're going to do. All right? Open your eyes to a better future. Those are my words of wisdom today. Thanks for watching.